Right there was a glitch right there. Stream just kind of cut out. No idea why. But we're back now. Something odd is happening here. Couldn't tell you what though. Alright. Once we got this very loud fanfare done, I wish they would lower the sound of this one. Because you can't just lower the sound of that. It's just always this loud. And it is long too, you know. So, right, we're raising our armies now. To prepare. Oh, how beautiful. She's so pretty. But she's not very happy about things. Alright. Her betrothed is not yet of age, so no marriage yet. We are back from our hunt that we attended. Just in time to lead our armies. Look at us. 34 advantage. We are amazing. And we're not going to go there. We're going to go for contested areas. So down here first. That's where we start. We might walk through that army. I hope they move away quick enough. Wait, is there another way where we could go first? Which of these is your capital? This. Tenzin. So we would be going to the wrong one here anyway. Let us reroute to there. Whoops. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to attack you. I really didn't mean to. That was quite the accident there. Please accept my apologies. I like that now you get a little notification if an important guest actually arrives. So you have a chance to interact with them properly. Do something about it. Oh, look at that. Armies. Okay, it has happened now. We have reached a fort where we are way not well equipped for attacking it. We'll definitely get our siege leader in, because even if we have this problem here, let's select the siege maybe. Yeah, siege. Thank you. Even with a fort level, which is too high, we still have a chance to get it down. It needn't even take all that much longer. It's just gonna have a higher chance of killing you, and it generally will take longer. So, yeah, putting in our siege lad is definitely a good idea. And while we are not leading our army, we might as well go on a hunt, yeah? With 0 chance of anything bad happening. So we'll take it. What's up here? Marital recriminations. What's going on? This time seems there's one. I cannot fathom why so many people are bothering her. Why are you why do you disrespect my wife, huh? Wife, why do you keep being disrespected? Oh, she's loyal. I don't know if that's good that it's a dog icon for that. Because she's also trusting, so she's a double dog. Yeah. Is that an indictment? I really don't know. Let's see. Do not worry, I will deal with Slavka. I will indeed deal with her. And she's banished from the realm. Do you have money? No. Shame. Go now. Leave. Be elsewhere. Right, we were talking about sieges. Desertion is happening there. Oh, right. Travel events. Let's learn some language because I just want to avoid stress. I'm at the point where I'm not going to read out everything anymore. I'll just kind of go ahead and select the better options, because once you have read all the flavor texts once or twice, there's really not much new in there. And I don't... Honestly, Crusader Kings is one of the few games where I feel like not engaging with the flavor text each time doesn't take much away from it. So, teach me about your people, eh? I can always abandon that, but since we have no other scheme going on... What? Daughter of Duke Oliba and my nephew. Our house potentially stuttering. Fine, have it. I don't mind. It doesn't give you anything. So the hunt is just happening, and there's not much to decide for us because we are just a guest. And you can see how utterly excited we are to be here. Let's see. We could get a hunting raptor, or we could give it as a gift to someone, or we put it back. Personally, I think we're not going to steal a little bird from its nest, so we'll put it back. We're compassionate and all that, so it fits the bill. There's 17 loot for us to be had, which is nice because our coffers are slowly empty, or still empty rather, from feudalizing our main holding recently. The hunt fails. Oh no, what a big... Oh, such a shame. Who could... Oh no. Terrible. Let us leave this adventure behind for now. Bye. We get a little bit of hunt experience. So, they have a lot of people at the moment. I don't have that many people. Can we raise some more? Yes, but I'm not entirely sure how much that would be. 45 possibly? But we have pretty high quality, so we should be able, when leading ourselves, to take that army on. Our culture hasn't discovered siege weapons yet, so we are stuck with not using siege weapons. Oh, martial trade, nice. Engineered for destruction. Sadly, siege weapon effectiveness doesn't help us, because guess what? We do not have any siege weapons. We also don't really need... I mean, supply capacity plus 200% is pretty big. I'd rather have Parthian tactics or hit and run. So, retreat losses doesn't really help us much, but the damage and toughness for everything that we have... Whoo, oh! Men-at-arms are really, really strong. As they are, so that's gonna be a big one. Alliance expired. Oh no. Oh wait, hold up. No, that's interesting. Generally, when the person dies that you have an alliance with, the alliance vanishes. But we immediately got the information that we formed an alliance with the House of Wessex, which leads me to believe, yes, he is that guy's son. He is incredibly weak compared to his father, so that doesn't help us much, but it's interesting for sure. He had a heart failure, oh no. Poor Keolwulf. So that's a bit problematic for us, but I think we still have some potential alliance-making girls lying about. The Kingdom of England. With a new King of England, huh? He will not go for a matrilineal marriage, but that's fine. We will go with King Ethel here. And have that going, I think. Right. By the way, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Ask away. I'll try and explain. We'll take this. Now, England is far away. It doesn't help us in the sense of they're not going to send their troops, we're not going to send our troops. However, when deciding whether or not to attack us, the AI and enemies will just take into account the overall strength of us and our alliances combined. So that's something. We could, of course, check if we can find someone else who's a little bit better, like the Kingdom of Francia, which is closer and equally strong, and they might actually come to our aid. So we'll go ahead and get Francia instead. Which I think is a pretty good idea. Excellent. That worked out, so he's totally in it. And we're still... I think once we got the siege done, we're gonna go attack them. Mainly because I want to see how our lad is doing. I mean, look at him. Look at that beast. 18. Prowess of 34. A lot of it just comes from our really cool spear, which we got. I mean, that is a fantastic thing. It's just crazy how good that thing is. Absolutely crazy. Hybrid culture formed. We don't care. Our commander was improved. All going according to plan. Right. Demonstration of leadership. Oh, he looks magnificent. Since when does our son look so magnificent? That is fantastic. Look at him. I mean, he's not great. He's scarred. Well, scarred is okay. He's homely, which isn't ideal. He's a flagellant. And only a tough soldier. But he's young. He might learn still. So we could discuss some methods of communication, or... we don't really need that. Let's improve his opinion of us, which is already darn high, but yeah, no. Another... If it is minus 1.2 per year decay, that's almost 10 years of positive relations, because we took the time as a father and sat down with our son. So let's do that. Oh god, do I do something about that, honestly? The court grandeur level. Do I do anything about this? Do I care? Because it costs money to do that. And currently we're at war. We have other problems. But let's see. We should maybe invest in the court grandeur. It gives you bonuses. And apparently this is where we should be for the size of our kingdom. So everyone's like hushing and in whispers talking shit about us behind our backs. All the other kings are like, look at him. He doesn't even have he doesn't even have outmoded fashion. He has last century fashion. Pathetic. Pathetic. So let's do something here. Where should we go? Small lodgings for the people. Stress gain minus 5%. Guess. I don't care about guess. Guest recruitment cost. That's not bad. Stress loss 10%. Hello. So I think we'll go for some fashion and some better food. That might help. So court grandeur bonus +4. +4 is basically the first level if we invest here. Let's go ahead and do just some of that. Maybe some lodgings and a little bit. So this will push us beyond 3. You can see how it goes here. So we would be where everyone expects us to be. And now we have all these lovely things that we didn't have before. But we have to pay for them. So... is heavy. Is heavy stuff being a king. We get a weak hook on Queen Lutgard. Why? Why? I mean, thanks, I suppose, but why? Have we met? Just get this random letter. This is how the whole Nigerian prince scam started. Just a random letter. Hello, I am Queen Lutgard of Bavaria. Whatever you need, just say it. I will be there for you. And we're just, okay, sure. There's been no awareness training for this. Okay, now, right now look at this, because I'm curious. Last time something odd happened. Right now we have, you probably win. Let's switch out to ourselves. And now it's, the chances are even, which is weird because we have a much higher command advantage. Like, basically, if we're not leading ourselves... Okay, let's not use our nephew. He's terrible at this. Anyone else but us. Which is really odd. I'm not entirely sure why that is, because... Honestly, if you lead your own troops, that generally works better. But okay. I mean, he has a much higher commander advantage, but we are completely ripping him apart. It's because, honestly, we're gonna see... Oh, actually, we have about the same amount of knights and champions. That's curious. I'm not sure why we were so better... in this right now. We'll look at the after action report in a second. Let's find the next target for our sieging work. And we need to go here. So that is correct. We're good on supplies still. So let's put in our boy for siege work already. Wait. No victories, go away, please. No, that was the other one. This was the one I was confused about. I mean, look at that. We have 40 knights, he has 13. He could have 16. But ours killed double what his did. That is big. That is really, really big. That's a huge difference. So the only explanation I have for this is either our knights are much better. You can see a list here. So our lowest knight is 7 and our highest is 23. We have one who's wounded. Fine, happens. So ours, his lowest is 0 at the moment. One of them even died. No, he lost 3. Pathetic. Pathetic. But generally, yeah, we have much better knights. Much higher prowess. And I would assume, because we took the house... nope, not that. We took the legacy. We took this one. Knight effectiveness, plus 15%. That's where these little, very innocent-looking things just really come into their own. Knights are incredibly powerful. Having plenty and good knights is just good for your sleep, but it's also good for battle. Now, our levies are, yeah, they're levies. What can you do? We have the same heavy infantry. They had more than us. Fair. They had a lot of light horse and a lot of a greater variety of everything. So we still came out ahead, quite ahead. And I will take it down to our knights. I think that was mainly them. Mainly our boys in armor. There's no interesting titles for us to create anyway. We could call allies. This thing has low durability. I can't afford it anyway. Like it's gonna get destroyed. It was a gift from some child to someone. I think to our father. Maybe from our sister or something, but we don't care enough to do anything about it. So, yeah. That's what it is right now. Let's go to the grand tournament. There's only a slight chance of something going wrong, and we are a horrible command apparently, despite being really good at it. So we'll just walk through enemy territory while we are at war with them to join a tournament over there in Polabia. Whatever could go wrong? Apparently it doesn't really matter that we're at war with them. You have arrived at Krakow to pay homage to me. I am not home. Speak to the... I mean, fine. Do we have the technology? We have the technology to receive her while we are hundreds of kilometers away. Serve me well, my queen, as you have. And as I sure am, you will continue to gain 3 court grandeur, which is deceptive because we don't actually keep it. Wait a moment, are we in 2 wars? Why are we in 2 wars? What? Okay. Oh. Alright. Okay. Hey, East Francia, would you help me against these fools in the north there? Please and thank you. What the hell is that? Do we go and deal with that first? I don't know. I mean, we're currently winning it, but I hope East Francia currently has a time for it. They might be involved in their own stuff. Let's slow this down. What are we here for? For triumphing? Sure? We're not even qualified. I don't care. We need better knights. We'll go and recruit. And for that, we will go... where would we recruit? In the tent camp? Maybe. We gained some diplomacy lifestyle experience, which helps us not at all. But alright. I think we'll call Italy against the north as well, because I'm actually quite peeved now. How dare they? What is this? Minsk and Pinsk. Boys, you just put yourselves on the map. I will tell you that. Oh, I can't call them in here for this. They're already in this war. Oh no, that's East Francia. I wanted to get Italy, please. And for that, wait a minute. Oh, it's a defensive war. In defensive wars, listen up now. In defensive wars, it costs you nothing to call in your allies. No prestige whatsoever. Because you are the poor victim here. You need help, clearly. Alright. We become friends with Queen Luitgard. Sure. That's great. I mean, that's not exactly why we're here, but we'll take it. Why have I qualified? We'll place a bet. We'll see who is likely to win, and we'll bet on them. So that's the safe bet. Big winnings for a potential failing. Low winnings. I mean, we don't have a lot of money. So go big or go home. There we go. The tournament will pop up as it requires. That mark is very temporary. I have to wander off and chat to the crowd. His success chance decreases highly. Now, we are definitely going to do that. Is this the guy we bet on? I sure hope not. So our allies should be coming in and taking care of this silliness up there. Problem is, right now they're actually sieging what they came to siege. So, yeah, we can resign from the archery contest. I don't even think that I'm winning. And if I don't compete against the person I'm betting on, right? One less contestant for them. I think I killed someone. But let's not look into this too deeply, hey? Alright, our lovely little daughter, Bastina, has come of age. She will have to wait a whopping 16 years for her prince to marry. There's a court event available. Oh no. Getting ahead. A flock of robed men burst into my throne room, hectically searching the floor and uprooting everything from chairs and skirts in frantic search. King Pretzlaff, one cries, we are the followers of Priznek the Headless, a great holy man who has been decapitated as part of the prophecy God gave him at birth. As often happens with holy figures, his head started rolling away. We have been chasing it through the land, and we are certain it rolled up the hillock into your castle. Yeah, I will not allow a cult to rummage through my court. Like, I fell for the Nigerian prince, the Bavarian princess scam. I'm not falling for the headless saint scam. I have more sense than this. And my court bishop, Ramon, certainly agrees with it. The cult is intimidated, as well it should be. How silly of them. Did I not just resign? Ay, ay, ay. We'll just go with this. They're all pretty much the same in the outcome, really. So we'll go with either I am one with bow or... Well, we'll go with that. I don't want to win, but I have a 0% chance anyway. I don't know what's going on. Okay, learn language progress. Yeah. We have an engaging debate with a pleb. Very good. Who won? The best man won. Nope. Ah, darn. Not the guy we bet on. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, let's leave this place here. I'm thinking about abandoning the siege and just going north and dealing with these. But we'll see. We'll see what we do. Sadly, the tournaments aren't all that interesting, honestly. Let us check out our dungeons because someone just died in there and maybe there's more people. Oh, excuse me. Hello, what is this? Minus 1,000 prestige? The development progress in County of Krakow will be... Okay, let's read this one. Hard workers. While traveling through Berun, I can't help but notice that every person I see works with a quiet intensity I don't often notice in my own land. I stopped one of the laborers to ask them about it, and he shares some pithy wisdom with me. Well, you see, the trick is to just put in your back into it, and don't stop till the job's good done. So, reduces the cost of establishing industrious tradition by minus 1,000 prestige. Oh, okay. So, if we want to reform into the industrious tradition... Wait a moment. The tradition? Wait a moment. It's not an innovation. No. It's not an innovation. It's a tradition. So if we go for Slovian and we check our culture here. So does it start that? Because we right now we don't have it. Stress gain plus 15%. That's big. But construction time minus 15% is also cool. Or we go with the development. I think I would rather go with the development because stress gain is dangerous. That is a dangerous game to play. And 40 development, man, that's something. That's big. Let's check Krakow right now. We have 6 development. Now, this is progress of 40. So we will be... I don't know. It's not going to be 46 is what I'm saying. Development growth is 10 out of 100, so it will jump to 50 out of 100, bringing us closer to 7, I think. We don't eat the weird plant. Yeah, so now it's 50 out of 100. We're closer to the next level, basically. And I wanted to check my prison. Is there anyone who would like to be ransomed for money? Money. Money? Oh, hello. You will fund a little bit of our war. Thank you. What else? Knights. I want to check through my knights and make sure that they're all married. And have a chance of having children. So they bring us new court members. He is a count, so I can't just give him a wife. He will find his own. That's fine. He has one. He has one. He has one. He can get his own. This guy needs one, and we'll get you someone who's maybe not possessed. Let's get you a beautiful guest who has a claim on the kingdom of Wallachia. A pressed claim as well. So if they have a child, their child will get the claim for the kingdom of Wallachia. So we could push it and then put their child on the throne. And if we are an empire by then, well, they become part of it. We're not gonna be, but that's fine. Welcome and thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see. Who else needs a wife to give me children? Hi, tub of popcorn. And hello, friend, to you as well. If you got any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll try my best to answer. And don't worry about the weird little sound if someone sends a chat message. I just have that, so I notice. I get engrossed in this. So I have this little noise that helps me. So I don't really care who he marries. But, you know, maybe someone else with pressed claims. She's a bit club-footed, but, you know. She'll work. She'll do. You get... Oh yeah, the Duchy of Thuringen. Some pressed claims. Let's bring them into the kingdom. And later, I will swear to you, in a few hours or days or whatever, I'm just not gonna remember why I even am capable of pressing all those claims. Look, she's comely, she's kind of pretty. She's a bit stupid and pretty. Am I giving this man a bimbo? Maybe. But that's okay. Right, who else needs wife? This guy, the Craven. He has actually pretty good stats, but he's terrible at being a knight. That's weird. He can have the other Thuringen girl. They're really giving them away. Oh, that is a question I probably actually can't answer. I've never... Have I used a tutorial? I don't know. I would say it helps a little bit. Probably. You should start with a tutorial. I'm not a super big fan of tutorials where it's like, press this button to do this, press this button to do that. So, I'm not entirely sure if it's one of those, but maybe. But if you're starting this tomorrow, you could, for example, go check out my YouTube. And I have recently started this series, which we're streaming right now, which is just Beginner's Guide, Crusader Kings 3. And what I do is I play and I explain everything I do and why I do it. The first hour or so is just you get into the game and now take care of all the things and why you're taking care of all the things. It feels a little bit boring, but you get into the groove quickly. I think the main things I would tell you are be sure to have children. And then be sure to not die without them. That's all you need to do. When you start out, just stay alive. Stay alive and have children. That's your task. That's your homework. If you figured out how to stay alive and how to have children, they can inherit your stuff, then you made the first step. Then comes everything else. I'm on keyboard and mouse on PC. Is this actually something you can play on console? That's crazy. Man, we've come we've come a long way. Interesting approach. Interesting approach. Wait a second, I need to turn on Twitch chat on the video. So it actually shows up. Whoop. Alright. Not give them land. Well, you are... I will show you in a moment. I will show you in a moment. So, in the succession thing, you can find it up here in the little green crown, the realm, and then you can click on succession. And down here, it's going to tell you what happens when you die. I have one main heir, and he will inherit everything. But his brother, my son at the moment, because I haven't done anything about it, he will inherit the whole kingdom of Galicia Bologna over here, which doesn't actually exist, but since I am a king, all my sons need to be kings too, right? The thing is, if he is set to inherit something like the county of Hellich, which I have over here, I cannot give this to someone else. We'll try. I shouldn't be able to give this to someone else. So if we click on, let's say, this land here. Oh, actually we can. So we could prevent him from taking that. And he wouldn't get that land. Interesting. I actually didn't know that was possible. I thought this was fixed. I don't know what happens to him then. Because he needs to be landed to be a king. Otherwise, you're not king of anything. You don't have anything. Let's do that. Let's just figure it out together. Let's give this guy, some guy here, some good lad. Speaking of good lad, you want content. If you give it to someone, look for content. the trait content. These are the best vassals because if you look at it, they just always have a good opinion of you, basically, just because they're happy where they are, you know? They avoid people that are ambitious. Don't give it to people who have the ambitious trait. No matter who you give it to, never give it to ambitious people. They are going to come for your stuff. Next, obviously, try and get some good stuff, whatever. You can also see and try to get for your own dynasty over here. So we are the small Nikki, and we have two nephews, or rather, one nephew and a cousin. So this guy, he has some claims outside here, and I think he already holds something. Yeah, he already has some titles to his name. So let's try that again. Sadly, it closed the thing. Grant to. And we'll give it to him. Are you in line to inherit something, though? That's something to check first. He might be her heir. No, he is not. Very good. Yeah, depending on what for. Traits are important for some things and not so much for others. But in terms of picking a good vassal, traits can be quite important. So where is that thing that I want to give away? This. I actually don't want to give it away, but we're gonna give it to him. Okay. Now that I gave it to him, it's very likely that in the succession... Oh, he's just gonna get the kingdom title with nothing to it. Interesting. We'll see how that works. The traits are mainly important on yourself. So you want to have good traits. You have very little control over that when you start out with, unless you customize your character. But during the game, there might be events that help you get a trait. If you start as a young ruler, like your father dies and your heir is 1 year old or something, then you play the 1 year old and you play him for a while. And while you grow up, basically, you get some say in what traits you might have. And then you better make some good choices, even if they're a little bit stressful at the moment. There are some traits, for example, like compassionate, which might be virtuous to the religion you are part of. Those are usually to be preferred, even if they don't necessarily fit what you're willing or wanting or going to do, because the bonuses are very strong. A +1 piety per month is big because piety is really, really hard to get. And depending on where you are, piety might actually be a major resource that you will be using quite a bit. So, for example, we will be spending some piety very soon to get the Pope to give us some money because we're running out. And we are in several wars now. So let's check. When can he ask him for money again? Okay, next year. Next year. Okay. I think the main two things for Crusader Kings is learning to read tooltips and learning how the sticky tooltip system works and using that a lot. And the next thing, the next most important thing will be to stay alive and have heirs. You will lose some land in succession. It's just kind of inevitable in the beginning. So don't worry about it too much. Even if I die today and this whole thing gets split off to between my sons. So one son gets the kingdom of Galicia, Wallonia, and the other one gets Hungary. Doesn't matter because the main son who didn't get that, he still has a claim on it. Like, he has all these claims. And he will have a claim on the lands of his brothers. So you can just go ahead. I wouldn't agree with that. It really, really depends on your succession. And your kids as well. Like, I had a child at some point who was a eunuch dwarf or something. And being a eunuch, he couldn't have children. So I gave him all the land I could because I would be the first in line to inherit it back. So in that case, perfectly fine to give it. Also depends on your structure, like where you are. If I had an empire right now, I wouldn't mind if one of my sons became a king, because they would still be within the empire. That's perfectly fine. I think giving them land helps a little bit. yeah, those are all good reasons not to do it, but generally, you can do all this before you give them land. Like, you can set up their marriages before you give them a title. No one's stopping you from that. And you can set the education path before you give them the land, and they will stick to it, what you set, even if you give them the land. So you do have those choices, even if you give them the title. And the thing is, if you die and there's like a plague or something, yeah, then having no landed kids is going to be a bit of a problem, or rather, they just inherit what you have, but your country shrinks, kinda. But if your heir is landed, like say for him, for instance, this guy, he has a duchy and 2 counties. Those will be ours again on inheritance. So we will be technically a little bit stronger than we would have been right after we died if he had nothing, because we would only get what we already had, and that little of what we had might have been split between our kids, even if we don't give them any title before. So personally, I like to give my primary heir as many lands as possible while I still can, before he is a brother. Because after that, it becomes a little bit difficult. You can't give your primary heir titles that are designated for your for other kids. So that's basically where I go, kinda. And if your primary heir dies while you are still alive, the titles revert back to you anyway, until they have their own heir, you know. So right now it would go to their daughter, my granddaughter. So lots of considerations there. I don't think there's ever really the right answer in Crusader Kings 3 or 2. It's just a lot of considerations going into everything, which might not be too obvious right at the start. So, yeah. Okay, all the marriage proposals for our knights are rolling in now. Everyone's happy, of course. Why wouldn't they be? They get to be with my knights. And they're all fantastic lads. Let's see. Start to learn... Okay, the lady we were learning our language from died. What did you die to? In an accident, okay. Could be anything. Let's see, I don't really care. But we had some progress, so who's a lad of ours? Neighboring ruler, vassal elsewhere. Oh. Alas, I'm not gonna learn anything. Oh, yeah? Yeah, okay. I mean, there's plenty of videos out there to do these things. And I'm not saying that I'm doing it right either. I just, I'm explaining my reasoning behind it and what I think and why I think to do the things that I do. I might be wrong. Like, for example, I never use espionage. I never really use intrigue. So there's a chunk of game which I'm just not bothering with, and I'm sure there's a lot of powerful stuff with that, but I don't min max at all. So don't take what I'm saying for gospel. If you can follow my reasoning, then fine. But otherwise, there's probably other people who have. If you really want to just boom and go big and cover the whole map, there's probably other people who are much more interesting. I'm just trying to allow you to survive, you know. Yeah, maybe. Right. Nature will provide for us. 1% chance we die. That's the button I click. 96% chance of everything being fine. Click. Okay, we got ill. 1% chance we got ill. 1% chance we died. I think we dodged a bullet here. Do not more than is necessary to heal me. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Ah, very good. Our bishop and court physician has reduced our symptoms. Allies are slowly pouring in. They're coming now. Both from the south and from the west. And we are slowly returning home from our little jaunt. We could hold court. Ah, fine. Let's hold court. Let us hear the petitioners. Oh boy, do I look absolutely rough. I mean, I'm sick. So, apparently, if you're sick as a king, you just sit in your night garments. Or are these medieval sweatpants? I don't know. Let's see. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my gods. Okay, let's bring in the first petitioner here. Prince Blaoslav stand before us with his face grave with concern. My lord, the threat of Wallachia weighs heavy on my mind. King Lacto looms across the border, only days from the gates of Dorobi and House Molniki's hearts. I would love to help you, but I have zero money. Let's see. We are all burdened by the risk of war. That's what we're going for. I'm so sorry, I can't help you. The peasant in front of me seems about to explode with excitement. My lord, the miracles, the holiness, we have been blessed. His enthusiastic ramblings are confusing, but I finally get the gist of it. He wants me to sponsor the cult of a local saint who has recently died in Alvink. Lazar was a miracle maker in life, and blah, his tomb is no. Makes that a temple holding. We spend 250. Control goes up. I shall eradicate this blasphemous nonsense. Oh yeah. Our little daughter, she's just vibing with the chord there. We are compassionate and forgiving. So here the traits come in. Yeah. These are both traits. I'm passionate and forgiving. And in this case, if I chose this action here, it would stress us out massively. Massively. And stress is heavy on your heart. You might die from it. Just as in real life. So avoid having heavy stress, yeah? We would lose some stress immediately because we're also zealous. But I don't know. I think His Holiness will get the venerations he deserves. Temple holding. It's all good. Yes, Dread. So you have basically the opposing factions kind of between Dread and Opinion. If someone has a high opinion of you, they are not going to act against you. They're going to be on your side, basically. Like our wife has a +100. That's fantastic. But you also have Dread. And if you do bad stuff a lot, then you would gain Dread. And people, even outsiders, and that is really interesting, you know, might be afraid of you. And they will still do what you say, and they will still be careful around you. But it's just a little bit of a different beast, and it does decay over time, generally. There are skills in the lifestyle paths that help stop the decay and give you a base level of Dread that can't go below that. But here again, the traits come in. So we are compassionate. We always have -15 Dread. At the moment, we're ill. So -10 until we're fine again. We have a banner hanging in our court that gives us +3. And it goes generally down on every month. So, let's see. Next petitioner is Prince Bishop Favilla of Hotin, who has come to my court with 2 guards dragging a man between them. Prince Bishop Favilla tells me about an abortive attempt by the prisoners to steal from one of the tithe barns. Not from the church? Normally this matter would have been resolved locally, my liege, but this thief insisted on his right to appeal to you directly. I'll look toward the prisoner and gesture him to proceed. I know I was wrong, my lord, but we were starving, and Prince Bishop Favilla takes too much from us. Thievery is wrong, but so is extortion. Let's see. So here, another thing where the traits come in. This we can only take because we are zealous. If we weren't zealous, we wouldn't have this option. But it stresses us out again. So we could kill him. We would get defended church interests for 10 years, so plus 15% piety. But we're already quite pious and we're getting a lot of piety, so I'm not bothered about this. And I don't think that's fine. So instead, we will undermine the church authority. No. We're not going to do that because the Pope is... No. We need the Pope on our side. The Pope is paying us, generally. So I think we'll go with Thievery is wrong. Control growth goes up, which is good. And, oh no, this is still minus 20, same faith opinion. Oh lord. Oh no. Oh, okay. This is a difficult one. So, yeah. Let's go ahead. You're about to become a ruler in your own right. What options would you pick? Where would you go? I'll pick what you say. Let's see what you would do. Let's do that. I hope that isn't too much pressure now. 75 is better than 90. A man of math. Or woman. Or other. Very good. I appreciate it. I think we'll go with this. Plus, this character, as I said, I roleplay more than I min-max. So, I've been playing him very pious. Like, he's been doing old church and he's been waging holy wars left and right. So, I think he would be... The church cannot be undermined. So, we'll take that. And my business here is done. Yeah, we'll take that. So, our court looks a little bit drab. So, don't look at it too strongly, too much. Let's continue our war. Let's see. Oh, I don't care. Why is our wife... Our wife just keeps kicking out people out of the court. Who are you? No, you are wife to one of our courtiers. You're not being kicked out. You have a lot of cool stuff. My dear beloved wife, just suck it up. Suck it up for once. Just deal with it. Don't be mean to everyone. Okay, so our allies are kind of approaching us at the moment. I wish they would just go north. Not necessarily. The game does pause on certain events, but do keep an eye on here. If it's green, it's running. If the event blocks it, it's going to be like gray with crossed out. Oh, we have taken some prisoners. Very good. Now let's go north. Take care of this fellow. But generally, if you just press spacebar, which is nice. So WASD moves the map around if you play on PC. And spacebar just pauses, unpauses. It comes very naturally after a while. And we'll speed it up because we're currently walking a long way. Do we have someone who has maybe a trait to help us walk quicker? We do not. Then we shall put in someone else to lead this guy here, a holy warrior. He will have some better stuff. No, there are traits and there are military traits as well. So there are some differentiations here. This is very small on me because I have a lot of them at the moment. Let's take our leader here. Our commander, this guy. So this is your lifestyle thing, basically. Your how adapted you are, how good you are at what you're supposed to do. And now we need a guy again. So he is a skilled tactician, which gives him a martial boost. It's not a trait as a personality trait like these. It's an education trait. But they are also commander traits. So if you lead armies and if you're being of this military education stuff, you're going to get these eventually. And they're also very important. And they decide on where you put who and for what jobs and whatnot. So especially in your commanders, these are really, really important. A good commander will win a bad battle. I tell you that. And you can set, like, right now we just saw this message pop up, which is nice. You can set in your council, your marshal, to go and train your commanders. And that's really, really good, because your commanders are generally also your knights. And good knights, we saw earlier, are just fantastic. It's really a good idea to do this. You could do other things, but personally, I generally stick with this. Other than after war. After war, maybe organize the army to quicker regain your people. Because you lose some. Right now, we are almost 1,200 people less than we could maximum have due to the ongoing war and our people just having been out in the field all the time, fighting constantly. So we're a little bit lucky. This guy who we're fighting in the south isn't actually trying to retake what we have taken from him. I appreciate that. It's a little bit confusing, but I appreciate it. Speaking of confusing, why didn't we take this thing? What do I have to siege? Oh, it is this? No. This is the holding castle. What is this then? Okay. Hi, Gundefart. Welcome back. Hey, cool. My bot thing worked. Would you look at that? That's incredible. I'm super impressed with that right now. Crazy. How are you doing? How's everything? Doing good? How's your campaign going? Oh, we did get this. We should absolutely get out of here. We are low on supplies. We need to resupply somewhere. So this is important now. Our army is too big to resupply anywhere here. You can see the supply limit. They can only support 1,960. So what we're going to do is we're going to split our army. Send one here and one here. So they can get food again. Otherwise, they are dying right now. Heavily. Oh, yes. Good stuff. We got 60 gold from our steward. Just for being good at what they do. Nice. RuneScape, alright. Having a good time with that then, at least? I hope. Probably are. Ah, we're no longer ill. Good stuff. Can you please not come into the counties where I'm trying to resupply? Please move away from me. I'm starving, I'm hungry. Okay, so this battle up here, we could try for a white peace. The allies get something out of it. We don't get much out of it. But the difference is not big. Like, we would get 28 gold if we win it fully. We might try. We have all our allies here already. Right now, I just want my army to kind of recoup here. So they need to go away from this death skull there. What's going on? Oh, a peasant revolt. When it rains, it pours, or something. Isn't that what they say? Okay, so the Russian Slovanskian Freedom Legion wishes to come and, you know, get freedom. So, oh boy. Wait just a moment. They are a little bit more... they have a little bit more men than I figured they would have. Oh boy. Our friends are already here. Let's involve them in everything that we're doing right now. Oh boy. What do we do? Everything is coming here. We're fine-ish on supplies. Okay. We'll just go in there. We're in our own lands now again, so we will take on supplies. And our allies are joining us in this uprising. So we're all good. But that reminds me, I think we should try and go ahead and... oh no. No! Our bishop died. And we have no court physician anymore. No. I like the guy. He was a good lad. Ah, finally we can ask the Pope for money. Dear Pope, thank you. I appreciate it. And we can ransom this lad for 50. Absolutely doing it. I don't even care. I don't even care about not lowering my war score. Some hostages that you take add to the war score. But in this case, I don't see anything about hostage contributing, so it's fine. We'll just go ahead and do that. Just get the money. We need it. We have another perk. Ah, very good. This doesn't help us much because we have 0 cavalry at the moment, but men-at-arms counter efficiency will be good. So getting this tree eventually is going to be fine. We still have no siege equipment, so it doesn't really help us much. So we'll go here and then go through there. We'll eventually have to get everything because I do want to have strategists eventually, and sappers is an important trait because even if you don't have siege equipment, which might be hard to get depending on who you are in your culture and timeline and whatever, your infantry is going to get siege damage, basically. So that'll be important. Very good. We get some nice money from the church. Ah, perfect. So in this battle, we took the leader of the populist uprising. And we went ahead and now we win immediately. So the locals are pacified and he's imprisoned. Generally what I like to do, because these are usually pretty good good soldiers, the leaders of uprisings. So what we could do is we could go ahead and ransom him, or rather negotiate a release, demand conversion, and I can't ask him to join me. Sad. Well, fine. So we are going to put him into the dungeon. Right now he's just in the regular prison, where he might... No, he's in house arrest actually, so that's not good. Oh, we are forgiving and... okay, we're not going to do that either. Execute. Okay, interesting. Executing this lad is less stressful than putting him into a worse prison. Especially if you like burn him at the stake or public execution. Popular opinion plus 15. He's a known criminal, so we're not going to be a tyrant for this. And he's a fearless villain. You know? So I think he needs to go. I'll take the stress. I'll take the stress. We'll deal with the stress. Yeah. Alright, let's take care of the northern war. The enemy armies have reappeared over here. I pressed G to combine our armies. I will come to your question in a moment for game perks. We could convert. We're definitely not converting. Oh, get away from that. We could become rakish, which... Okay, so if you're stressed, the game is going to give you some options to get a new trait, which will help you relieve some of the stress. Some of these are horrible, like being a drunkard, just spending money, all that kind of stuff, real bad. But some of these are not so bad. Rakish gives you some less diplomacy, more intrigue. Attraction opinion goes a little bit down. But honestly, that's not too bad, you know. Predislav spends so much time in the brothel that it has become his second home. It doesn't fit him. So for RP reasons, I'm not going to take it. But if you are offered with this choice, rakish is one of the better ones to get. If you are completely out of options. Because if we take the last option, we get some additional stress. Plus, if we haven't reduced our stress in 5 years, we will get another mental break. So we have some de-stressing to do now. Okay, good early game perks. Great question. Easy ways to generate income. Oh man, these are both good questions. Let's start with the good early game perks. And then we start with the other thing. So, depending on where you start as a ruler, you might not even get a choice in what your lifestyle is. But, doesn't matter what you start with. You are always allowed for, like, let's say we click on the lifestyle here. You start out with something. You can always reset the perks. It costs you a little bit of stress, depending on your skills and everything. But you can reset them, so you can rearrange them, especially if you want to do something early and then something different late on. Personally, I don't think there are any good or specifically good early game perks. It depends a little bit. I feel obviously Martial is generally a good tree, but go with whatever your character has aptitude for. Because if you go with a tree that you don't have any boost to experience, getting these points is going to be slow. So whatever tree you take the one where you get the one that fits your education. Okay? Because you're going to get much more out of the one that is your education tree than one that isn't. Even if you have the feeling that it's not the best tree. Let's take, for example, learning. I feel like learning is generally is a little bit frowned upon. But let me tell you. Learning has whole of body, which can make you stress resistant. You can make yourself celibate. So if you have one heir and you're fine with that, you just, okay, I'm celibate now. So you're not going to get any more heirs that are going to distribute your land when you die. And if your heir dies, you just, okay, I'm not celibate anymore. And you get another heir. And then you're, okay, I'm celibate again. It's basically on and off birth control in this tree. Yeah. Then you have wash your hands, which gives you boosts against illnesses, gives you boosts for fertility, medium boost to health. Like, if you go into learning and you go with the whole of body, you're going to live. You're going to thrive. Okay. Probably more than we do these days. Personally, I think every single tree, every single perk is going to be fine. You can do everything with everything, I feel. But do kind of adjust. Personally, I never go into intrigue. Because, again, I don't play much with that. But Seducer, for example, can be amazing. Just seduce everyone. Have schemes. Kill everyone who tries to hurt you. There's a lot to do. And I don't think you can go wrong with any of these. Really, I don't. Just whatever you take, read what they do, and make some choices. And it doesn't matter if you fail a little bit early on. Hope that helped a little bit. Yeah. If, again, like, that's the main thing. Whatever your education is, your education trait, go with that tree. And then in that tree, make some choices that make sense for your current situation. For example, I don't really need Overseer at the moment. Or when I started out with the character, I didn't really need it. People like me well enough, so it's fine. I don't need Overseer. Gallant helped me quite well because it really boosts my knights. And we have seen what knights do. So Gallant is amazing if you have a lot of knights. Strategist, also great if you want to run a lot of wars, which we are currently doing. So make these choices. It's really all situational. There are too many factors in each single campaign to give like basic, this is always good. Yeah. Yes, Ireland is, or used to be, I'm not sure if it's still today, but in Crusader Kings 2, Ireland was basically the tutorial island. Even though it never had an official tutorial, playing in Ireland is the tutorial island. The main reason for that being is that if you start at the southern edge, you are very limited in who borders you, who your neighbors are. So there's very little going on. You have very little to deal with. If we look at Hungary... Yeah, we are surrounded by stuff. And we're gonna be for a longer while. I don't think it matters much if you start as a count. You can start anywhere as a count. But the larger you grow, the higher you go, the more chances of something weird happening that you didn't foresee. Like, I didn't notice even that these guys attacked us. I didn't even notice that. So right now we're embroiled in 2 wars. We were in 3 just a moment ago. That's much less likely to happen in Ireland. And it's a little bit more straightforward. There's less counties to take to become a king early on. Less cohesion in your neighbors, so it's easier to expand. I think it's a good place to start. And I started in Crusader Kings 2 with Ireland as well. So I'm fully on the start in Ireland camp. Absolutely. Right, the other option Easy ways to generate income as feudal. Okay. Ooh. Good question. Great question. Let me try. You cannot... It depends. If your culture allows you to raid, some feudal cultures are allowed to raid. Raid. To raid, you raise an army. You get to one of your flags that you have to raise armies. Where do I have one? Here. And you can... There should be an option to raise raiders. You do that. If you have a raised army, you can also switch them to raiders if you have that skill. I don't have it. I can't do that, so it doesn't really matter. Raiding, you look at the counties around you, and you see loot over here. That's where you go. You go, you loot, you leave. You have to bring the loot back. The loot goes into your army, it carries it around, and then you bring it back home. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think Irish people, they might be allowed to loot. Let's check. Let's check the culture here. Oh no, this is Astaru. This is late. These are Vikings here. We need an Irish boy. Nope. Ostaru. Oh boy. Okay, these all have the religion Astaru, so it's a little bit I can't find a true Irish lad anymore. They're all gone now. The Vikings have taken over here. Oh lord. There's literally no Irish left. They're all gone. Okay, can't tell you. Some cultures allow it, even if you're feudal. So make use of that. That's the best way to get money early on. Next one is war. As counterintuitive as it might sound, war is good. You lose war for having your troops up, yes, but sieging. Go and siege. Each siege you get, you're gonna get some gold. You might get prisoners that you can then potentially ransom, giving you, again, more gold. Good stuff. That's what you want. You don't have to win a war. For example, we are in a lot of wars which we're currently winning right now. We could just prolong these wars and then go ahead and basically just keep going until we sieged everything and took everything that they got. Basically what we can do, you know? So, sieging and wars, that includes other wars, not even your own. If you have an ally that goes to war, just go with them. If you have a liege that goes to war, offer to join their war. You can do that, and they're going to be grateful. And, yeah, it's good. Let's find a way to... Okay, we're going to go here for now. Oh, no. We don't have to go that far. We go here to recoup our supplies right now. And we'll just let our allies move around. We have to resupply here. That's what we're gonna do. Another way to get gold, and that's a little bit controversial. Yeah, I've seen videos where it's like, oh, save every cent. Don't spend gold. I strongly disagree with that. Strongly disagree. You gotta spend money to make money. So go to your main holding, check it, and upgrade stuff. Like, this is expensive, yeah. But we have a lot of slots here where we could build something, which we haven't done yet. And we absolutely should, because by now we have the money again. So save up, build something. Most buildings here will give you a little bit of gold, but they pay for themselves quickly. So 0.2 per month doesn't sound like much. It is, let's say, 1.4 per year. And at a cost of 95, yeah, that's 95 years. Basically, until it has paid for itself, yeah. But they come with other bonuses as well. So, it's a sensible thing. Definitely do that. You do want to upgrade your buildings, but you're worried I'll lose them once I'm dead. Yeah, okay, very good. That's a great point. That's a good question in addition. You will always, no matter the partition law, there is not... I don't think there's a single partition law. Let's check, just so I don't lie. There is not a single partition law where your main title, your primary title, and your realm capital, these two, this is what we're looking for, primary title and realm capital, do not go to your primary heir. They don't exist, I don't think. So let's check through them. Primary title, realm capital, go to the player heir. Primary title, realm capital, go to the heir. These here have only one heir, so everything goes to them. Doesn't matter. But each of these, always, every single time, no matter what else goes away, your primary heir gets your primary title and the realm capital. So, the realm capital is a county, yeah? For us, it's Krakow, because we moved here for a while ago. And everything, this is what you want to build out. Build up your main, build up the capital. That's what you want to make big. Because everything you invest here is definitely staying with you. Guaranteed. You get that. I mean, unless you lose it in a war or something, that's a different matter, of course. But through succession, build up your capital. That's what you want. So you want to look for a good capital. You might not start out with one. We started, for example, here. This is where we started. That's why we have 2 buildings here. We still have it, but look at that. We can only build 3 things. In Krakow, we can build 3 things and 2. We have a special building because Krakow can have a university, and we have a duchy building because this is the capital of duchy as well. There are more better ones around the world, and you will get traditions which increase this. But look for that. That's why we moved to Krakow eventually, because it's a much better place to be. So build this up. Every cent invested here is gonna be good for you. Absolutely. Let's check what we want to build. I think I want to go with... Let's see. Regimental grounds is kind of interesting. This is passive income. Minus 1.6% on our men-at-arms maintenance. Yeah, that's money. That gives us money, even though it doesn't give us money directly. Or barracks. So we have a lot of heavy infantry. I like heavy infantry, and I like spearmen. I don't have spearmen yet, but we might have them eventually. So I'm torn between regimental grounds or this. Now, station men-at-arms toughness doesn't matter who you put here. It's always +10/+10. I'm a bit of a tank in my play style generally, so I think we're going to go with this. Levy reinforcement rate +20%, also important. More people quicker. It's more costly, yeah. That's fine. But I think we're going to go with regimental grounds. Plus, grand tournaments for wrestling, -50% cost. And grand tournaments are very expensive. So build and upgrade in your main holding. Okay? In your main county. You can also build up these. You can construct new holdings. Build temples, build more castles, build cities. Whatever. And that is what you want. Your main county is going to be the place that gives you the most troops, the most money. Honestly, that's what you want to do. Invest here. Invest now. It's the best thing you can do. Literally. Hope I got your question there. Money-wise, is there another option? Yes, if you're Catholic, you can have a good relationship with the Pope, and you can ask them every, I think, 10 years, if they have the money, to give you money. That's how I've been financing my whole campaign, honestly. I've just constantly bummed onto the Pope and we're like, hey, buddy, give me money, please. Okay, our allies are winning this war up here for us, which is very kind of them. So I can have my armies just kind of stand around and recoup, resupply. Let's go south. There are some places we can walk through where we will still take on supplies up to here. So I hope my ally in the north will just keep doing what he's doing and not come down and try and follow me. Okay, no. They just split their army to also make sure that they have supplies. So that's sensible, and they're under no threat from these enemies here. So Italy wins the north for us. And we... Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have a perk from our skill tree. Let me just show you real quick. If I can find it, I can. We have Peacemaker here in the Gallant tree. So we don't need 100% to win a war. 90% is fine. So now we win the war. Again, gives you money. He attacked us. We're winning. He has to pay us. He has to pay reparations. And we get prestige on top of it. Good stuff. We'll take it. We could also go and demand a hostage from him. Because we want to ensure peace up there. But that means he's not going to accept. Then we will have to have 100%. We could exchange hostages. That might increase it, but... no. Let's clear this. We'll just enforce the demands. We'll come for him later. We're not going to forget this. Very good. All right. So we're doing okay on finances right now. Early on, you're not going to have a lot of money. It's just how it is. You need to build up. You need to reach out. You need to get vassals. You need to get people paying you. That's how you get early money. Saucy readings. What's this? Okay, lately I can't help but notice the gaggles and gigglings of maiden and usually austere warriors gathered in dark alcoves to listen enraptured to a book. Today I finally cornered Eleanor with the book in her hands. It's clearly a licentious text filled with the brim, to the brim with sensuous temptations, earthly seductions and supple bosoms. Oh no. Oh my, oh dear. I'm silent while I ponder the probable reaction of Prince Bishop Favela. Does he really have 2 titles? What? And Eleanor stares at me in apprehension. Purify them with fire. We could burn the lass. Every courtier and guest will hate us for it. And we get a lot of stress. Because we're compassionate. We could let them read. We could also read them ourselves and become a confident lover. I don't want to have fertility, honestly. I don't need more. Make it disappear. Alright. Chat! my buddies, my friends, my leaders, my counselors. Let's go. What do we take? What option? Do we take the one that is because we are zealot? Which one do we take? Vote now. We have 4 options. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do we take? Which one would you take? I'll have a drink while you ponder. No feedback from chat. Alright, fine. I get it. I don't want to make this choice either. So, yeah, low stress level. I'm with you, but that's the first and the last options. Both give us the same stress. I mean, we don't burn the girl. We burn the books, just so we're clear. I think I misrepresented that a little bit. We're not burning the author. We're just burning the books. And our bishop will like us. It's important that our bishop likes us. He already does, but... Last option. Make it disappear and I'll pretend I saw nothing. Okay. Alright. It's a decent choice. You can see, by the way, here, our bishop is intimidated by us. Because we are quite dreadful. At the moment. Because we had this one lad openly executed, so... But he likes us anyway. Look at all these positive things we got going on. We have a vote for last, and we'll go with last then. Well done. Inspirations. Okay. So we have an inspiration right now, so we could start a armor inspiration project to build ourselves a artifact armor. So we could go ahead and sponsor this inspiration. We could pay to employer in our court for 30 gold. It's not too much, but we could also go ahead and just sponsor it. It costs us a lot. 145, and she joins our court anyway. And we're gonna do it. 145 leaves us with some gold. We just spent to build anyway, so it's fine. 13 gold, whatever could go wrong. A whole lot, I'll tell ya. This might not be my best choice right now. But it's okay. We have more to siege. So we'll go and siege more. And recoup the investment to a degree now. But they will work away now and get us a nice little... Oh, wait. Actually, we'll split. I rarely split my armies, but now we're gonna. Sometimes, notice the little red skull here. Sometimes you go somewhere and you're definitely gonna get a loss of people. Some areas just have that. I'm not entirely sure where it comes from. Let's see. Mountainous. Maybe it's that. I don't know. They are of our culture, so... But be wary. Don't walk too far when you have a lot of red skulls on your map. Find a different path. We have to go here, so there's really nothing for us to do about it. So it's fine. Alright, we don't have any allies in this war anymore. That's okay. We'll win this without allies. So we're fighting here to get some gold. Gold awaits us. We'll get 4 here and 7 there. Very low amounts, but there's more to be had here. 20, 25. So we next go to Zvolen. And honestly, I think we'll spend some prestige and get the East Frankians or West Frankians in there again. Ah, that's East Francia. Well, who's closer? I think Italy is closer. Let's get Italy in here. Costs the same. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to figure out who's closer and get that person. Excellent, thank you. Okay, they're offering us a white peace to stop the war. We're not going to go for a white peace. We want the peace, not a white peace. We want this. We want Nitra. So while this is building, you might want to go ahead and set your steward to construction. Helps increase the speed there. That's fine. I never do it. Unless I'm building a lot. Oh no! Our claim was invalidated. Darn. Okay, now we can stand on our people. It sometimes happens. So, I think they died. Or something. Let's see. No, he's no longer king. So him no longer being king, I can't fight against him to press my claim there. So, that's okay. Happens. Sometimes you lose a war like that, or it goes away like that. Yeah, I can show you what... you go to your realm screen over here, if you want to see what you lose on death. Realm, F2, then on the succession tab, and then you check down here. It might be closed when you start, so title loss on succession, and it says 1. So here you can see what's going away. And we are going to lose all this over there, the whole chunk. I'm not entirely sure how it works because he has no land. But what we could do, and I think we're going to do that. Oh, no, we can't. We can't ask him to take the vows again. We tried that before. And he's not having any of it. So we could imprison him. But that's a tyrannical act. So, not good. We don't want to be a tyrant. We are compassionate and forgiving. It doesn't fit us. Doesn't suit us as who we are. Okay, the mayor wants to pay some stuff. Please take this and give it to her. I wouldn't want to miss the chance to aid in the creation of a masterpiece. Thank you, mayor. I'll take your money. Pass it on. Alright, so we need to wait for a little bit. Ooh, a faction was created against us, yeah? What faction? Let's see. Nope, not the court. Faction. Ah, it's just all... It's all lads. All peasants. Our boys, everyone loves us. No one here is gonna create a faction against us. Generally, if you keep up with building out your own holding, the main one that you can't lose on succession, you are going to be stronger than whoever is split away from you. And the wars are generally quite quick, and if you win a war, everyone has a slightly better opinion of you, which is early on quite important anyway. So I wouldn't stress it too much until you have a kingdom title to you that prevents things from going away. Speaking of which, let's check what do we need to do to build an empire here. We are uninvolved in the Iberian struggle. Check! We need a realm size of 120, which we don't. We need 3 kingdoms and a realm size of 80, which we also don't have yet. So, okay, we're a little bit away from that, but there are 2 empires here that we could try for. Carpathia, which we have the most of, honestly. Okay, we need 2 kingdom titles. It doesn't have to be any of them. And I think we can create the title of Kingdom of Bologna over here. We don't have 42 de jure counties, so we would have to fight some wars over here. Because we have everything, almost everything else there. So if we take more here, just 12 more counties, and 1,000 gold, then we can create an empire here. Interesting. No. It depends. I shouldn't say no. It always depends. That's the answer. Okay, let's walk you through this. So right now, what happens is all your sons. It doesn't necessarily matter. It depends. What are you currently? Are you a king? Or what is your highest title that you have right now? That's the question we need to ask. What are you? Are you a king? Are you a duke? Are you a count? That's the first question that matters. Why must they be Christian? I would like to wage holy war against Wallachia. Okay, you think you're king. If you are king, then your main icon here, the furthest left, has a golden crown on top. Not a silver one, not a bronze one, a golden one. And this one here will also say kingdom and have a golden crown. It's important because there are some titles where you are a duke and it still says you are a king. Like this guy here. The petty king, blah, blah, blah. That dude is a duke. He's a silver crown. He's not a king. It just says petty king. And I think it's over here a lot that happens. So, gold crown is king. Silver crown is duke. Bronze crown is count. Yeah, definitely king. Okay, perfect. Right. So if you are a king, don't worry about it. Your sons, any titles you lose that are below king, are staying within your realm. They will become vassals of your son. So his brothers will be his vassals. All good. No worry. You're not losing anything. They still remain. You can then infight and try and take it back for yourself. You can do that, but why bother? I mean, it could make sense. You said one of them is one you really want to keep. Then, okay, go to war about that internally. Could try that, sure. And it should be super easy anyway. You pay me. I will take your money, good man. What's going on here? Inspiration, a name to remember. Is there anyone special to us, my lord? Yes. Let's dedicate the artifact to our beloved Queen Suronya. Now, let's check my succession, for example. Because I'm a king, the game will always try and give your sons a equal title. So if I'm king, and it's possible, which it is right now over here, the title for the Kingdom of Galicia, Vologna, can be created. Even if I don't have it. It will be created once I die. So this son will become king. And 2 kings will be split. So on my death, one son will get Hungary, everything south here, and this son will get this bit. And they will be split. He will no longer be my vassal. So I will have to go fight him. Which is fine. This is weak as heck. Like, what's he gonna do? Throw goats at me? Please. He could try and find some reindeer or whatever. I don't know what they have out there. So that's fine. My son. My heir. Come to pay homage to me. Come here. And serve me well. Very good. It's good to be a king. So that's all you really need to keep in mind. If you have a higher rank, a higher title than what they are inheriting, they're not leaving your kingdom. Or your empire. Or even your duchy. If there is a possibility of getting a similar rank title for other children that are eligible to inherit, they will be created. And they will be given to them. They can't be usurped. So if this kingdom title existed and belonged to someone else, it wouldn't be the same way. So, yeah. Again, it depends. But I think, doesn't it even say? Wait. Doesn't it even say? No, it doesn't say. Sometimes for your vassals, if for example, if I have a count, yeah, somewhere, and they are slated to inherit a kingdom title outside of my kingdom or my empire, then they will take the county that is actually in my kingdom, take it into their kingdom. That will happen. So, that is also something to keep in mind. That can happen. But the game will notify you so you have a time to kill the person or do something else. I don't have money to give her. Darn. Do you think I'm made out of money? Yeah, you can hate me for it. It's fine. I'll take a little bit of stress. Speaking of stress. Let's go find a hunt maybe. And what are we good at? Why does it tell me what I'm good at? I'm good at nothing. So let's go on a venator hunt. No, actually, I don't want to go on a hunt. Yes, discard. I want to go have a feast instead. A feast or a murder feast? We don't have the Forever Infamous perk, so we can't have a murder feast. We can only have an actual feast. And we could have our feast here, which has farms and fields, so it's a better feast. Or we can have it at home. But this one here will give us a gold discount because it's a little bit better. So overall, if we change this a little bit, I don't need prestige, so we'll decrease the cost here. Oh. Okay, we can't really decrease this at all. Darn. It's just going to be expensive for us. Base cost is 140. Nah. Okay, we could decrease this to 84. Right, nothing for us to do. We will have to wait and hope for someone else to do a feast for us. By the Satan have you no shame. Gods, what's up here? Adultery. I don't care. Who are these people? I've never heard of them. We could go on a grand tour. Yes, sure, if we had money. Okay. The chaos of battle. Oh, what's going on here? How is there fighting? I don't know. I withdraw for a moment. This is just an event chain based on our learning experience, and we want to reduce our stress, so we're not going to do stuff that potentially gives us cool stuff. We need to get out of that. Negotiate alliances with who? Potential? No one. Just inside the realm. Okay, let's check our stuff here. We really have no money. Can't repair. Well, we can repair this one. But it doesn't matter much to us. We'll let some of our artifacts die. It's fine. Ah, a call to war. West Francia calls us to war. We will answer the call. Because, and that's the cool thing, we can now go there and just go siege stuff and potentially make some money. It's all good. Thank you so much for joining again. Always much nicer if I'm just not talking to myself all the time, you know. Glad I can help you a little bit. And I'm hoping that over the next few weeks, we'll really get you into your own there, and you'll be a confident king eventually. I'm sure of it. So thank you very much. Have a nice evening. I would love to have you back. So see you around soon. Otherwise, I upload to YouTube. You can just follow along there as well. If you can't make it live, it's fine. All right, we have a very expensive army, so let's put it to good use and help our ally defend his lands from the cruelty that happens there. Let's see. Do we have someone who can help us? I don't know what the skill is called that speeds people up. Supply duration would be interesting and good. What's it called when they... Okay, we don't have that. So I think we go with this guy for now. Looking at the time, probably another half hour or so we're going to be today. Oh, very good. Look at that. Famed armor. Really good one. Number of knights +1. Hello, thank you. Yes. Prowess +7. Oh. Oh. My heart. It is magnificent. It was worthwhile the money. Oh my god, look at this. It's so good. Especially since we don't have anything yet. So, let's put it on. We're really lucky with this. We got this amazing weapon here. Let's check our prowess just for fun. 40. My god. This guy. This guy. He knows what's up. So obviously joining foreign wars is slightly dangerous. It comes with dangers. You might get into a war at home and then you need to bring your armies back and everything, so it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, let's our children can go and join play somewhere. So I'm not going into this war to help fight battles. That's not what we're here for. We are here to siege the juicy stuff. 27. Hello. That's the juicy stuff. That's where we're gonna go. What else? 22. 25. 27. Okay, there's bunches for us to get. A familiar reflection. I remember the day when my daughter Bastina was born. My modest daughter. Memories like these bring me comfort no matter what happens. I know that my family is there for me and that House Someki stands strong. With my axe I seek bravery, I whisper under my breath. I will treasure the thought. Bastina deserves a gift for her loyalty. No! Stop spending money. Just be happy with his thought. Just... Okay, we had a marriage here. For our courtier. So he is in a variety of wars. Oh boy, okay. Ooh. I'm not even so sure we can help him. We might have to fight with him. Alright, our last son here is now an insightful thinker. High learning skill. And I can't ask him to take the vows still. He's traveling. And we are 5 years away from that. So we'll just keep him as he is. So there's a big army. I'm not sure if we can fight that. So we might have to go fight with him. Yeah, we do. A better contract. We get the county of Crusader, but his taxes are reduced. He could just give us money and reduce his taxes. How much do you even pay? Darn. It's too late to educate him. He's of age now. That's fine. He became what I wanted him to become. That's something like... In educating your children, choosing what they should become, if you have a primary heir that you want and they're okay, then try and educate your other children into something that isn't much of a problem. Like, don't give them intrigue. Don't give them military. Make them stewards. Make them diplomats. Make them theologians and scholars. Because they are much less likely to become a problem for you later on. Yeah. All right. That's fine. Do I take the money or do I take the county? Oh. Is that a bad county? No, it's not a bad county. I'll take the county. You can pay me less taxes and I'll take the county, sure. I don't mind that. Okay, we're arriving too late here. Or rather, we're not arriving at all. So our ally is going to beat to a clump there. So we'll go south and siege there. Where we're a little bit safe. Okay, can we avoid getting this? Let's see. You can hold down shift to try and build yourself a different route. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna get some loss here. No. If you look over here, we are 4 out of 5 holdings. We can still control it ourselves. We don't need to. So we can keep it. And so we shall. I think our ally is being soundly beaten here. I fear we are being followed. I don't know, are we? Yeah, I think we're being followed. Okay, fine. Let's meet up with our ally. Slightly better chance of survival there. It's not sensible to join a siege because you're not going to get it. Unless you start the siege, you're not going to get the loot. You might get a percentage of it, but... yeah. Who joins our court? This guy? Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's a decent knight. I'll take him. We lose some prestige, but that's okay. Let's make you a knight. You are absolutely forced. All these unlanded low knights, they become forced in my world to be knights. And we'll get your wife. Someone young? Not my niece. Forget about it. Oda von Thüringen. Sounds good. Aye, we're ill again. Send for the physician. We don't have one. We need to find one. Okay, who's leading this? Not this guy. Someone else should lead this. Our cautious leader that we just took on. So we have a bit of a better chance of winning here. Let's see. Finally, my servants have found some people who might be fit for our court physician position. Costs us money. But they are good. He's enthusiastic, but he's probably not very good. Okay, he's a physician. She's a novice physician. He is a physician. I don't see why this guy is the best. Antoine is the best, yeah. Gavel is okay too. She's an herbalist. We'll take her. Yeah. Hi and welcome, by the way. Lovely to see you back. I've never played mods. Honestly, I find it complicated enough as it is, and I'm so happy that I understand it enough to have a good time with it. That I'm a little bit afraid to go into mods. It's daunting. But what do you like about it over the base CK3? What's going on here? Do no more than what is necessary. Ah, very good. She did a good job. And we're winning this battle. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I wouldn't have thought that to be oh no! Okay. So we took him prisoner. Did we? Is he our prisoner? Yeah. So we win the war immediately. Or we ransom him. So he doesn't win the war, so we can go siege. But honestly, they're pretty strong, so I'm not going to do that. But that was crazy. That was crazy. Let's go and siege something. Something. 28 gold. Maybe we can do it just in time. Okay, now we have paid for ourselves. Now we have absolutely paid for ourselves. Finally. We have proven ourselves a worthy ally. Now he just has to win it. What do we get out of it? We'll have to see. Okay, doesn't look like we get anything out of it, so we just stand down our troops. Do we still have him hostage? Yeah, we do, but no one wants to ransom him anymore. Oh no, he has. You're welcome, King Ludwig. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think like something I might be interested in is like Lord of the Rings or something like that, but I'm always afraid that it's gonna be like mods that bring in historic events and stuff, and I don't like that so much about like Europa Universalis and stuff, where there's at this point in time this event is likely to happen and you will have to deal with it, like the War of the Roses and stuff like that. I don't like it. I much enjoy the emergent gameplay aspect of this here. Start with the base game. Or start with the mod, honestly, because I think as Mimes or Mimsy, I think Mimsy, like Mimsy just said, it does change the game entirely. So you'll have to relearn the mod. Probably. But I believe it's good to understand how tooltips work and everything. Then you are going to have a decent enough time with a mod as well. Let's see. Insularism. No. No, I don't want to convert to insularism. It's in Gwynedd. It's over in Ireland. What do I even care? Speaking of which, let's check if there's someone to convert out here in our own lands. Slovianskan. How did they appear again? Or is this new stuff? Orthodox. No. This will not do. This will not do. Lad, go convert some. Yeah. Like, once you are bored with the base game, absolutely go for mods. 100%. I just really like the base game. But I would also go for full conversion and overhaul mods like that. I wouldn't add mods, really. All that much. Hey, look, my bot is still working. I'm so... That is so cool. I'm sorry. I've streamed a little bit many years ago, and I never really gotten into any of making it a better experience for anyone, including myself. So, setting these things up now. Hey! This is so cool. You're a good daughter. She looks at me with an inscrutable look for a moment, then walks over to me, wrapping me in a tight hug. Oh. She just came to hug me. Look at this. It's just... Look at him. He can't believe it. Like he's never been hugged a day in his life. Our dread is slowly going down. Why do I get information for this? I don't care. These are not my people. Go away. By the way, if you want to clear all the messages at once over here, on a message there is this little symbol with the broom. Right click the broom. Then it deletes all the messages. This one here. If you left click it, it just deletes one. And if you right click it now, boop, all of them gone immediately. To help clean it up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Ah! Someone for ransom. Getting us some money. How's our construction coming along? What? You might be a king, but you're also a hysterical fop doodle. I find it calming that even she is struggling. Okay. Good stuff. Oh, look at that. We could push in a duchy claim down there. And I think we'll do that as well. He has more money than us, so that's something to keep in mind. But if we want to work toward the Empire of Carpathia, then we'll need Wallachia. And we got her. So she becomes our vassal, and she gets the title. If you push for that. So we got her in by marrying to one of our knights. That's why we can do that. I think we shall. We'll call in all our allies to help here. After you declare war, also always look if you're still paused. Sometimes the game just... Go away. Prince Drogo of East Trankia. Everyone gets to join now. Costs a lot of prestige to do this now, but we are a prestigious individual. Alright. So we'll raise them here, where there's a little bit to walk towards our enemy. I like these big wars, you know, when lots of kings come together and just join in holy war. Well, it's not holy, but it's war. And it's, since we're all God ordained, it's kind of holy, isn't it? So we'll siege the capital first. Main reason being, where's this ally? Burgundy. Okay, this guy is far away. He's bringing in Burgundy. All right, okay. Enjoy. Reason is we might get a good hostage out of the main capital, you know? And immediately win the war, basically. Oh, would you like to come and attack us here? Let's see. If we lead, we have a better... Why? We're such a good leader. Okay, we'll put in this lad here. Okay. So here's a river. If we go from this side, we're gonna fight into a river crossing. So I rerouted through this little thing, through this barony, and we don't get a river crossing. So now we have a better chance of winning. Again. Ah, we're no longer ill. Good stuff. But he's walking away anyway. So that's fine by me. Italy will not be able to face them alone. But Francia is coming in from the west. And they might just try and take me. Yep, they are trying. Very good. Let's see. We are slated to win, but it's all down to our commander and our knights here. Oh, yeah, that's looking good for us. Inspired person can be sponsored. We don't have the money for it right now. We'll click that away. Yeah, they have no chance. Okay, now that we have beaten this army, it will take a while until they can regroup and get back to us. So we'll put in a siege leader to do the sieging for the time being. Maximum 2 years. Ugh. What fort level is this? Oh, 6. Okay, that's big. A faction against us has been disbanded. Good stuff. We are being raided somewhere. Oh, it's to be expected. We're a big country. There. At home, even. Oh, God. So that's not good. You don't want to be raided at home because... Oh, no, that's not home. If you're raided at home, you might lose a kid or something to the raiders. They might take them. You don't want that. Let's see. Mercy for the mercenaries. They are too drunk to be a real threat. This will be over quickly. So we expunge some bandits. We'll do that. We'll take the stress. We have been stressed for a while now. Really doesn't go away. It'll kill ya. It'll kill ya. Trust me. So his army is somewhere here. Somewhere in the fog of war. He's not in our lands. There he is. Oh, no, that's not him. I think he's fighting several fronts. But our allies will now slowly start setting up here. Attacking into there. And Burgundy will eventually show up. There, you can see the ships coming. That costs a lot of money. Putting armies of ships and then shipping... Nah, that's an expensive thing that they're doing there. Okay, we'll have to defeat these as well because they are coming for the stuff we are coming for. So I'm thinking of abandoning the siege here. And just sieging what we came for sieging. We'll receive a duchess to pay homage to us. Yes, and she brings gold. Your oath are all that matters to me. What's your problem? She kneels in deference as attendants bring forth her gifts. As the duchess stands, she stumbles awkwardly. The court gasps in unison as she falls, ending sprawled at my feet, cheeks flushed with embarrassment. Oh no. It's fine. Don't you worry about it. Our court grandeur is at 4. Good stuff. So these are not actually our ally, our enemy. You can see that they are slightly lighter red. But they're also here to siege what we are coming to siege, so we don't like that. We can just re-siege it later from them. So that's fine. Fine-ish. But our allies will deal with most of this, I think. When is our fascination done? Oh boy. Oh goodness dearie. In 41 years. I think we've gotten like 5 years on it now. We'll never have siege. And Burgundy is slated to show up somewhere here. Another decision, hold court. Sure. Bam. Let's bring the petitioners. I'm faced with someone with sad eyes and her mother. King, she laments. Oh, we're talking to this little girl. King, she laments. The girl has been at Favila's court with no one to watch over her since the disappearance of her dear papa. Please look to her future. No fear, I shall raise the girl myself. Who are you? You are low-born scum. Now, we will raise her ourselves. She will be as my own. Let's see. Oh, frightful and a frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps between us. Oh, ho, ho. He backs off with a wink, laughing through scant teeth. Your lordness, I'm come here from Krakow with a matter of great at import. His eyebrows undulate. Ya see, King, back in my grandpappy's day, the miller put up a fence along the prioress's father's field, but now he's fallen to bits, and of course the grandson wants nothing to do with it. You don't say. Please go on. Steward Questlove, go. Fix it, please. Dispute settled. Nice. Development growth plus 5% for 10 years in Krakow. That is, I feel like this is someone playing a D&D campaign and they're just stumbling into a court and are like, hey, hey King, charisma roll. This guy succeeded his charisma roll with me. It works. We're compassionate. We're forgiving. We're all sorts of good Christian things. You know what I really like about the courtroom, though? How colorful it is. That's something we don't get so much about the medieval ages anymore, sadly, because a lot of it has been lost to time. But there was a lot of color then. Not so much certain colors because they were really expensive, like blue, which is because, well, that's why it's royal, because it was very expensive to make. But other colors, yeah. Before the court is underway, my chancellor pulls me aside. To my surprise, he is brandishing a garish bracelet. My lord, there will soon so many attending the court. I know you are somewhat challenged in remembering every face and from whence it hails. I propose a solution. We require all at the court to wear dress, which includes royal style recognizable to all. He foists a cap at me. For those without clear regional fashions, I have taken the liberty of hiring a tailor who can suggest some new traditional garb for them to wear. Oh, man. Okay, maybe it's good. I never forget a face. I shall be fine. I'm certain my guests will wear such raiment proudly. Striking traditional garb, potentially. Or striking traditional garb. Ugh. I think we'll go with I never forget a face. What do you take me for? A fool? Yes, we got the grandeur and the... I do not falter in greeting the guests. Very good. My business here is done. Court has been held. You want to sponsor this? You want to go to Syria? 86 gold. We have it. Did we pay it? We also have enough to hire mercenaries, so that's a thing to consider. I feel like we're not going to pay that. While we're at war? No. No. Not while we're at war. We're at 5 grandeur. Are you joking? We will never hold this. Yeah, it's going down now. So, level 5 court grandeur. A special trait based on the court type. So, if we look here. It should tell me, but it isn't. Alright. A new lifestyle perk. Ah, there they are. There they are. They have reappeared. Engineered for destruction. We'll take that. Again, it doesn't help us much. We don't go to sea and we don't have any siege engines. And I don't think it helps without the siege engines. Yeah. So we're getting some sieging done now. And we're being attacked, and I'm not sure my allies are helping. Okay, there's some battling going on. Oh, they might go fight them. That would be acceptable. Now, they are sitting in my lands. And once we've done the siege, we're gonna go attack them there. Because in our lands, we get the defensive bonus. Oh no, our ally is being fought, but our other allies are helping. Even she struggles. It's calming. I'm not abandoning the siege. Not again. We're so close to finishing this up. Our allies can deal with it. It's a shame, because this is just a hostile army. They are not our enemies. Why was our court physician down here? Oh no, now we're being raided at home. They took our court physician. That's no good. You don't want that. Who was excommunicated? This guy? Fine. I don't care. I don't like this. This is going quicker than my siege. But now we have an ally who has actually siege equipment to help. So after that we can go north and whoop them. It's not going super well, honestly. It's kind of slow in what we wanted. Okay, so we took this now and he took that. So everyone, follow, gather up. Time to go home and defend our lands. Let's put in a commander that maybe is a little better. No, not us, apparently. Apparently, we're still bad at this. We'll put this guy in. He has been doing great as a commander. So it's a balanced battle. Wait a moment. I will go from here. Wait, do we have a river crossing? No river crossing here. It looks like we might, but... Okay, we just hope that all our allies arrive in time here. Because we're relying on their numbers. Our commander is much better, as you can see. The plus 18 here. We're absolutely whooping him. Okay. Enemy combatants captured. So now we have to prevent them from sieging what we sieged. It's all warfare is... let's see. Our queen is superstitious. Yellow is an unlucky color for people of my birth. But what if it is all true? We might become superstitious. Stress gain plus 20%. Stress loss minus plus 20%. So 0? No, it's blasphemous. Queen might... No, it's just nonsense. It's nonsense, my dear wife. It's nonsense. Stop it. Stop putting crystals under your blankets and pillows. Alright. It's late now. It's 10 o'clock. And I think we're good and done We have achieved a lot, and we will achieve more eventually and soon. We have to help our allies down there being battered and beaten. But we'll pick up from here next time. Next time is likely Saturday, I think. Throughout Saturday, probably multiple times I'll stream. Once early in the day and then a little bit later as well. So if you're interested, follow up. Maybe check out Mastodon, YouTube as well. And give a subscription and a follow there. Links are just posted in the chat. Thank you very much. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for watching on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're learning, especially with the questions from chat coming in. I think that helps me explain certain aspects of the game a little bit better and a little bit longer. So all of this, but we have to deal with this now. I think we are so pious we might become flagellant. Tiny health penalty, but it's fine. It befits us for who we are. Alright, and this is it now. Thank you very much for watching. See you around next time. Until then, have a lovely rest of your evening or day. Bye-bye.